Aquarius, what's up? It says sword and rose, clarity and truth, revelations, honor and protection, determination. That is the first card that has popped out in your hidden truth reading. We're starting with oracle messages to describe the nature of the connection between you and whoever's on your heart and your mind. That sword and rose card popped out upside down. It's giving the vibe that there is clarity needed. You are suspicious, or the other person is suspicious about something, and there's a need to have honest dialogue, okay? What else, God, angel, spirit guides? For Aquarius, the nature of this connection in this hidden truth reading. What's up? Welcome to the space. If you're new, my name is Sean. If anyone is DMing you, private messaging you, pretending to be me or any other reader friend, please report and block. I want you to be safe, okay? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. For Aquarius, the nature of their connection with whoever's on their heart and their mind right now. Let's see. Okay, backstabbing. I'll read more about what is on that card in just a moment. Let's see what else pops out here first. Thank you, angel, spirit guides. For Aquarius, nature of this connection. Okay, it's very simple today. Cut and dry, okay? Teddy bear beneath the deck here. Something about a sense of security and safety has been broken. It says interested in you, blooming romance, flirting, wanting to date. Something that once felt familiar and safe, I'm getting, is no longer that, okay? The backstabbing card out here, it says heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, shocking attack, okay? It feels like this came out of nowhere, and there's still clarity needed at this time, Aquarius, all right? Let me tell you a little bit about the hidden truth readings in case you're new to this space. These readings are for connections that are challenged right now. You're going through a rough time. There's a lot of unknown, a lot of uncertainty, maybe separated, thinking about separation, all of that stuff. So if you are in a loving, happy, harmonious connection, everything is just all good, I don't want you to proceed without this trigger. So please take care of yourself. This may not be the reading for you. All right. Aquarius, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to start with some hidden truth about what's happening in your heart, in your mind right now, okay? For this connection. Your hidden feelings, what's really happening for you right now, what's happening with you. Thank you, angel, spirit guides. Aquarius, please. What is Aquarius feeling and thinking about in this connection with whoever's on their heart and their mind right now? Okay, very interesting. It says, I left you before you could leave me. That kind of gives me the vibe that you were feeling the temperature. You were feeling that something was about to take place. And so maybe you had to ask a hard question or make the decision to walk on, move on. What else for Aquarius? Your true feelings in this connection. I want you. You and I were too young. I want you. You and I were too young. Okay? All right. Very interesting. I remember every detail of that day. For some of you, this connection is very new, okay? It's like, okay, maybe we've gone on a couple of dates. It kind of felt good, but I don't know. A little bit of something is happening. I don't really know if this is going to be good for us over time. You and I are just too young, or we're just too young, Aquarius. All right. Kind of feels like you were in a situation, or you're dealing with something right now where you're like, are these red flags? Are these things that are happening that I should be concerned about? Maybe we're just not in the same place. Maybe we're not equally yoked. I know some people have that as a way of thinking of things, but it feels like that, Aquarius. You're working through that. God, angel, spirit guides. True feelings for Aquarius. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Let's see. For Aquarius. True feelings for this connection. Thank you. True feelings in this connection for Aquarius. Okay, we'll start there. Okay, a lot of thoughts. There was definitely some attraction. I'm going to keep shuffling, but I'm going to keep these out so I can see that just for a moment where I stopped. All right, the Queen of Swords. Okay, and in the middle of you all, some type of business, connection, relationship, and then there's the King of Swords. Aquarius, it feels like you were dealing with someone else who might be an air sign, maybe a Gemini, maybe an Aquarius, maybe a Libra, but this is definitely giving Gemini and definitely giving Libra, okay? So take that how it resonates. Could just be the energy of the card, but there's more Gemini here as well. Okay, so far in this connection, it kind of felt like you know, what you wanted in the connection, a business agreement, how to share money, something like that being in the center of this connection between the two of you, okay? Now there's something, and then you have sword and rose here. So it just feels like there's a lot of like, both of you have a very strong mind, a lot of highly intelligent, great in business. You don't play when it comes to business. And there's deep attraction. Something about this connection has been highly collaborative in an interesting way. But I'm noticing something though. Beneath the Three of Pentacles is the Devil. And so it just feels like there's something about the two of you where you have great synergy. When you come together and work together, there are wonderful things that come together. You're great about planning together. You have the potential to be all of that. You have the inner workings, but something's going on right now where both of you are really in your mind a lot. And a lot of maybe, you know, harsh and direct words, okay? And maybe that has been the crux of what's been challenging you both, is a very interesting conversation that you all have been having, or something that you're working on together, some type of agreement that you've been having a hard time coming together and agreeing on, okay? So that's the first bit of energy that's coming through with what's happening in this connection. God, angel, spirit guides, a little bit more here. What is it that Aquarius is wanting from this person who is on their mind and their heart right now? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Okay. Been through a lot. This is a test in your connection for sure. Okay, Page of Wands. This is the challenging communication here. Okay. But it seems like with this person, you do want family. But then there's this Seven of Swords here beneath the deck on your end, Aquarius. This feels like you. Okay. And then the commitment here. Okay. You feel like you and this person connect intellectually. That is a lot of the attraction. You probably have the same spiritual beliefs. You probably have the same inner workings related to your theories, your frameworks. You see the world the same way. You see love, life, business the same way. I think you feel like this with this person. And you know, it's been a hard connection. There are challenges that have happened here, and lately, you know, things have been feeling a little bit painful. Now, this is for a connection that feels like you all have been dealing with each other for a little while. You've had your ups and downs for a while. You may even be living together or in a connection together, but it feels like your connection has been challenged in an interesting way. You're going through something rough, very rough, and it has something to do with words, ideas, truth, communication right now. And it's challenging your connection, okay? Very interesting. It kind of feels like you likely are in a position where you are trying to watch your back, like you don't want to be hurt. So it just feels like you're watching for oddities in communication. You are paying attention to when you're feeling triggered. You don't want to be hurt in this connection. That's what this I left you before you left me energy is. Now, you may not have disconnected from this person, but it just feels like watching the back, you know, having a secret plan, just being careful here, Aquarius. That's what this feels like. I'm going to go over to the person who is on your mind and your heart now. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. The person who is on Aquarius's mind and heart at this time, their true feelings for this connection, their true feelings for Aquarius at this time. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Very interesting reading so far. Let's see. Okay, you all are communicating, texting, and talking, and it's kind of nasty. Someone is being petty. It could be them, and it could be that they're saying weird things, and right now, probably even in this moment, you're texting back and forth, and it's spicy. Okay, what else, God, angel, spirit guides? Okay, Now it says we will be together again, but it popped out on top of the Page of Wands that is on your end. So it kind of feels like this person's thinking like, yeah, we are going through a rough time. We're having hard conversations. We're maybe insulting each other right now. But this person's feeling like, but you know what? I know that we'll be back together. Finding out the truth crushed me is what is on this person's mind and heart. Okay, I am becoming a better person beneath their deck. I'm going to shuffle one more round to see what else is going to pop out here. Thank you, angel spirit guides. For Aquarius, this person, who's ever on their mind and their heart, their hidden truth for Aquarius at this time. I wish I could take back my words. I'm definitely getting that. I wish I could take back my words. They understand what they said, you know, that was so crushing, because it feels like in this connection, you all have like some really good potential here, but things have just been a little bit sharp and mean and strange lately. Hearing things from each other that you usually don't hear from each other, speaking to each other in ways that you usually don't speak to each other. Okay, and then it says, I hide behind material things. Okay, this person has a little bit of ego, and many of us do. I know I was a distraction from your pain, trying to compartmentalize this a little bit. Okay, now we're going to get a little bit more out here. The person who is on Aquarius's mind and heart, their hidden truth, their true feelings for Aquarius. What do they really want from Aquarius at this time? Okay, move that over there. The first one out is the Emperor, kind of popped out sideways. The second one out is the Nine of Wands. You both have that Nine of Wands. I think that for some of the couples that are here, you're likely going to get back together. They feel a sense of loss without you. Okay, now we have the Six of Pentacles upside down beneath their deck. This person gives the vibe that there is a challenge or a struggle with this person of the material things, like really giving of their time, their money, their resources, really helping, showing up, you know, how a partner could show up as a partner. It just feels like there's something about resources, money, that this person's a little bit not as giving about. Okay, there's something with money or giving or time. Okay, it just feels like maybe a little bit of selfishness. Crosswatcher, I love you, but I'll be on your team when I get over to you. That Six of Pentacles was upside down in my deck for a reason. All right, guide angel spirit guides, let's see here. Why are you showing the Emperor for this person's true feelings or intentions for Aquarius right now? Why are you showing the Emperor? Thank you, guide angel spirit guides. The Page of Wands. This person is communicating very harshly, rigidly, demands, kind of controlling. Okay. Also, too, there's a vibe here in this connection that there may be someone's child involved or children involved that tends to, I'm not going to say get in the way, but for this connection, the child in some way plays a part in this connection, sending messages through the child, or the child, let's see here. There's a matter related to a child in some way, a child or adolescent or children. That's what's coming up a bit. Okay, thank you, angel spirit guides. What else? Why are you showing the Five of Pentacles for their true feelings for Aquarius? The Seven of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Okay, if whatever this is on your side, if this is a business, some type of agreement that gives you or this other person access to someone's money, business, or business accounts, it feels like this person, if there has been some issue where you're having hard conversations about that, this person feels like their issue right now is that they may lose money, resources, housing, their house, their home, in this connection. It feels like there's something about money, businesses, and at the deeper level with this person, they don't want to lose their investment. You know, whatever this is that is also wrapped in this connection, they don't want to lose their money, or they don't want to be the person that's always paying for dates or something like that. But for the connections that are a little bit, because I'm getting the texture of a relationship that you all have been together for a little while, because you've been through quite a bit with each other. You feel wounded, you feel worn out. Both of you feel like this. So this gives me the vibe that you've been together for a while. And again, may live together, may have a family business, shared accounts for the family. But there's something about this person who, you know, when they come about as selfish or not giving or withholding, it's because they fear losing something they've put a great deal of time and effort into building. So they're kind of protective over that. God, angel, spirit guides, why are you showing the Chariot for the person who is on Aquarius's mind and heart? Why the Chariot? Yeah, material things are really important for this person. Security, money, stability. It's like a safety for them. Being pointed back to this, being directed back to this teddy bear. There's something about security. Okay, what else, God, angel, spirit guides? The Chariot, please. Knight of Wands. What else, God, angel, spirit guides? What is this movement toward? What is this energy action about? What are they making moves toward? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Let's see. Yeah. This person is very determined to protect their assets, to protect their money, to protect their security, to protect themselves. It kind of feels like when it comes to you and them, it doesn't matter. The thing that they're thinking about the most is their security, their money. This person likely in their background has experienced a deep hardship, or if it has to do with children, this person and their family, maybe they have been without housing at a time. There's something in the background where that creates this very deep care about home, money, their time, you know, what they've been investing their time into. This person feels staunch about not losing out on investments, and they will protect that, even if they say harsh or hurting things when it comes to love. So if you've been working through some business things with this person, it just feels like some of this sword energy that you're both showing up in is because you're starting to have conversations about a sensitive spot with this person. So the conversations are getting a little bit more intense because you're knocking on something that is a deep sensitivity for this person. For the connections where you're just now connecting with each other, this is kind of a newer connection. It feels like it would be kind of the same theme, but it's more about this person is just not as giving with their time and their money because they've been through some hurt in the past. So they're kind of self-protecting for sure. And when it comes to their way, they're very clear about why they show up in their time, giving of time or not giving of time a certain way. They're very staunch about why they do that. If they have these rigid beliefs about how to show reciprocity and give and take in money and resources, they're very staunch in that as well. That's what this feels like. And you on your end, it kind of feels like you're suspicious about that. You're watching that. And, you know, you're having hard conversations right now about if a connection long-term could be on the table. And some of what this person is saying in this communication is kind of getting uncomfortable, or has been a bit uncomfortable, and there has been an exchange of some kind communicatively that's been a bit triggering and maybe just outright mean from this person to you. And so it's making you also draw your sword. Okay, could definitely be dealing with an earth sign person, an Aries, could be dealing with a Cancer. That's what this feels like. Aquarius, I love you. I hope that this has helped in some way, and I hope I get to see you next week. Take care. Bye.